all indications, Minister, are that 2023 is going to be an even more challenging energy situation for South Africa. We're seeing businesses preparing as such. Would you agree with that assessment? Do you think it's only going to get worse before it starts to get better?
Yes, Jennifer, if you look at the trend line, I mean, last year we had about 202 days of unmet energy demand. The year before that, I think we're sitting at about 78 days. Since this year started, we have only had one day where we were not load shed, where supply could meet demand. So all the indications are that, yes, it's going to be very difficult. The situation might likely get dire before it gets better. But at least we know the extent and the magnitude of the problem. We know what we are dealing with. I think we have to be deliberate about our interventions, be very transparent to business and the general public on the work that we are doing, set explicit targets, ensure that we are working to meet those targets, essentially providing confidence to business, to the market, and to households that there's some work that we are doing, and elaborate on that plan that will ultimately get out of this very difficult situation, which is very costly to the South African economy.
Right. I think it's about 899 million rand, $50 million per day that it's costing the economy. I want to just hone in on what you said. You said it's going to get dire. I mean, what does that mean in your mind?
Well, if you look at what Eskom can guarantee on the generation side, is about anything between 26 to 28,000 megawatts. And we know that when we go into winter, the peak demand is going to reach anything between 32 to 35,000 megawatts. So you can already see that there's significant amount of a deficit on the generation side. So dire in this instance means that we could still continue to experience what we call stage 6 load shedding, essentially meaning that the grid is short of 6,000 megawatts. So we want to ameliorate, if you like, the economy and the people from if you like, higher stages of load shedding. And part of the mandate we have, at least in the short term, is to ensure that we address both the intensity and regularity of load shedding. For me, anything that continues to keep us anything close to stage 6 load shedding, meaning we are short of 6,000 megawatts, is dire. We really want to bring it to lower stages of load shedding.